Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and as you can see, F1 2022 with hybrid racing F1, and we are in Austria, round 4 of the championship, and we are just going into quali. 16 races for this race, fast track, quick lap times, and plenty of tyre strategy will come into play. So we will just go through our current standings as we get a couple of cars on the track at the minute. So we are with the Monday drivers tonight, and current standings are: we have Whale in first on 99 points. 12 points behind him we find Thomas after his impressive maiden win last week in Baku. We have Kemmons in third, 32 points off the leader who picked up silver last week, second place, and Arkilly in fourth, the only guy in the near to the top that hasn't won a race yet, on 64 points, and the longest in 5th place on 56 points, 43 off the lead, and he is also yet to win a race. So we'll see what today's racing can bring and see if any of these guys can stop Whale, Kemmons or Thomas from picking up more wins. Oh, we've got a car spinning out the pits. That was well avoided there by Chris. So we'll just follow Chris online and see what lap he puts in. So I'll just bring up some data for yous. Don't need tyres. Best laps. We'll have telemetry on lap data, and we'll also have the full map. So as the laps start coming in, I will start shouting them out, and we'll see who is on pole at the end, as we have Daguna shooting a 1:05.392, Scody in second place with a 1:05.4, and the longest with a 1:05.7. Thomas shooting in there with a 1:05.8, Pick takes fourth place. But these times will be improved on as the track gets warmer. Whale still in the pits. Couple in the 1:06s. So we'll jump on Ben the Burn as he starts his outlap, and he's onto his flyer. Oh, we've got a crash on the main straight, looks like an Alfa Romeo. I will also have to apologise if I'm a little bit tired sounding, because it was my birthday weekend just gone, and also happy birthday, belated birthday for Saturday for our other comms guy, Arkilly, who me and him shared our birthdays on Saturday. And talking of Arkilly, he is currently on pole with a 1:05.1. So could this be a belated birthday win? So we've got WPURU, looks like he might have crashed out. We've got Bowden and P2 are also out. So who were we online with then? Daguna is also out. So I'm not sure where... oh yeah, these guys are crashing out. I can see them on the map. So we've lost the Ferrari in section 2. Not too sure what happened to Daguna or Boduch. Yeah, Could be a glitch. Unless they are actually spinning and crashing. Ah, it's raining. That's probably why. They're not going to improve on the time, so they're probably jumping out. So we have got Arkilly on pole with a 105.1. We've got Daguna second with a 105.3. Scody in provisional third with a 105.4. We've got Boduch in fourth with a 105.5. Fifth is Valungus with a 105.7. Kemmins is in sixth with a 105.8. Thomas is seventh with a 105.8 also. Bowden P and the Bad X11 have all retired on 106s. Ben the Burn is on a 106.1. Lycorius 106.1 also. VX and Chris pretty much the same time on a 106.5. WPUI and Whale yet to do laps. Well, WPI is retired. So that is our provisional pole sitters at the moment, which is Arkilly, Daguna and Scody. Scody who throws in a couple of fast laps, so we'll be hoping for the same today, I think. So everyone in the pit apart from an Alfa Romeo. I think if it's going to continue raining, not many people are going to be improving on the lap time, so that's probably why a lot of people have retired. As VX Hunter also retires. So it looks like the quick lap by Arkilly might take pole here. Ben the Burn is going out, it looks like on intermediates. Probably for a bit of practice, but I don't think he's going to be getting any quicker on them. Because the track's going to be probably about 3 to 4 seconds, 5 seconds, maybe a lot slower. But you might just be going out for practice for the race if it's wet. So more people retiring as it is actually hammering down now. So we got Kemmins, Thomas, Ben the Burn and Whale left on track. Most people probably will retire if it's not going to clear up before the 9 minutes. Whale still, yeah, Whale has put a time in, so yeah, 4 seconds slower as I thought. Going into the pits now, might put intermediates on to see if he can better that time, but I can't see him getting better than a 1.6 and saying that he has retired, so 3 people left to retire. Not too sure why people are still actually not retiring, because they're not going to go any quicker. So we've got Kemmins, Thomas and Ben the Burn left. So we've got guys in the Discord telling everyone to retire. But I mean, some people might just want to take it as practice, so they're entitled to. So we've still got Ben the Burn putting a couple of practice laps in. Clements and Thomas are in the pit, saying that Ben the Burn has just spun. I don't think the track's going to get any drier, to be honest. Ben's just cooked his rears by the looks of it. So we've got Ben the Burn going in the pits now, so we might retire. And that will leave us two. So not much I can comment on at the moment. 6 minutes to go. And not a lot happening because it's still raining. Clements is retired, so hopefully the other two go and retire and we can get to racing early. As there's not a lot I can do comms on with cars just sitting in the pit crew. So that leaves Thomas left to retire. So, last car should be retiring now. So, the pole is Arkilly with a 105.117, so a birthday pole. Second is Daguna, third Scody, fourth Boduch, fifth Valungus, Clements is in sixth, following him in seventh is Thomas, eighth is Bowden, Pete is in ninth, 10th is Ben the Burn, 11th the Bad X11, Lycorius takes 12th, the X Hunter 13th, at 14th is Chris. And Whale is at the back with WPUI, and put time in. So we're just waiting for time to go racing. And I think we might have a sprint and a feature. Not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. Seem to be missing a couple of drivers tonight. I think we're missing a Haz. We might also be missing not too sure what car Wolsey's in, but Shotgun and Dino aren't here. Not too sure why. So once we get racing, I will go through the grid. and any incidents. So 30 seconds and the session will start, and we'll get into some racing action as they all fire up to the first corner. So hopefully it's a clean first corner, but as I said, it's Austria, it's a fast track, and everyone will be wanting to make a break. DRS is crucial in this race because there are 2 DRS points, I think. Slipstream and ERS will come in. So we will just have the formation lap. And we have got the sprint race first. So a couple of guys on mediums, well, most of the grid on mediums, 3 on softs. Fender Burns having current connection problems at the minute, so hopefully you can get back in. So we will go. So we'll go broadcast with 3rd place, so we'll get to see a bit of the action in 1st place and a bit of the action behind as they just take the positions on the grid. Has shot past his pit there a little bit. So everyone is in their grid spots and we are ready to go racing. That's 5 lights and we are go. And the Alpha gets a good start, but it looks like the Guna is going to try and go up the inside. Mercedes onto the grass. And it looks like everyone got through quite clean. Couple of guys running wide. Looks like Arkilly has gone right the way back from pole, which is unfortunate. Couple of jostling down the straight, the Mercedes of Scody. And there's cars wide everywhere. Scody's left the session. He was kind of lagging, so we will skip forward and we will jump on board with VX. It looks like he should be able just to drive straight through Scody. He's either left the session or he is lagging everywhere. No, he's left the session, so he's gone into AI, so his car will be a lot slower. So the longest now dives through. We've got the bad X11 right on the tail of WPUI. Thomas has slipped down to 9th. Arkilly, the big loser in that, looks like he's got wing damage, so something must have happened. I think Scody might be racing his own race there by the looks of it. So the big gainers after the start is WPUI and VX. Oh, bit of a tag in the rear end from the bad X11. Got Thomas right behind him. Let's see if the Ferrari can make a move on the Williams. Goes defensive to cover off the cars behind. So Thomas and Kemmons, two quick drivers, will be looking to get back up to the front. Arkilly has DNF'd that, which is unfortunate. We've got a crash ahead, there's cars everywhere. But like the Has might have just caused that, I'm not too sure. But that spun VX right round. Kemmons has slipped right round, and that is a full caution yellow. So will any medium guys jump into the pits to put softs on maybe? No, they are all staying out. So we've got Daguna in first, Boduc in second, Bowden in third, who's made up 5 places. Bad X11's made up 7 places. Whalers made up 8 places into 7th. The big losers seem to be Arkilly, Kemmons, Ben the Burn and Pete. Scody slipped all the way down after lagging out, and he's still lagging out. Picked up a 5-second penalty for not adhering to yellow flags, which I think we haven't got a safety car on track, and that is maybe a glitch. So we're back to racing. Scody's apparently broke his keyboard, which is unfortunate. Daguna is 2.6 seconds ahead of Boduc. Bowden is right on Boduc's tail, so we'll stay on board with Bowden for a while to see if he can pick up the slipstream when it's back on. So we've got the top 3 who've broken away clear of the bad X11. Thomas in 6 will be wanting to get back up there. Oh, early pit. So Boduc is pitted, he might have had wing damage, I'm not too sure. So that leaves Bowden pretty clear on his own in 2nd place. Promotes the bad X11 into 3rd. Belungus is right behind him, and Thomas is right behind Belungus. So we'll stay on board with these guys, see if he can make the pass into the corner. Coming up to sector 2, the right hand, Thomas goes up for the inside. Doesn't get left much space by Belungus, which has compromised his run out the corner to Whale. Didn't leave him much space there, Belungus in the Has, if I must be honest. Well, Thomas keeps hold of that place nicely. Got Whale on the outside in the Alpha. Has to cut back to fend off the Mercedes. So we've got Boduc, Pete, Ben the Burn, Scody, Kemmons and Arkilly, all the guys who lost places off the start. Nice battle going on behind Thomas between the Mercedes and the Alpha. So Daguna is still 2.6, 2.7 seconds clear of Bowden in 2nd. We've got a 5-way battle going on in the mid-pack between Thomas, WPUI, Whale, Chris and Lycorius. VX has made a move on Lycorius to move him up into 9th. Can Lycorius fight back with the DRS? Ooh, forced himself wide a little bit. It's pretty safe, he's got no one behind him. So we'll go on board with this battle ahead. between Thomas, WPUI and Whale. So we've got VX on softs, Daguna on softs, so Daguna might have to pit, or he might start struggling with his tyres at the end. VX will be wanting to use the soft tyres before they deteriorate too much. Bowden making a little bit of headway. We've got Volungus who's just passed the bad X11. Got a 5-way battle going on here. Bit of a DRS train ahead. Oh, nice attempt round the outside, that was unlucky. So Thomas will stay in 5th. Got Mercedes just on the inside, has to yield. Oh, he's caught a bit too much curb. So that's Whale through into 6th place to chase down Thomas and the bad X11. Bowden is just closing slightly. I'm wondering if Daguna has made a mistake up ahead. Or as if soft tyres going off. So we've got 2 Ferraris in the top 5, which is boding well for them. I think he's used all his ERS up as Daguna, so you can just see the Ferrari. Will he go up the inside? He seems to have the corner. Yes, and he takes him. So that's moved Bowden up into 1st. Can Daguna come back at him on the softs? I think he's just struggling with his tyres a little bit. So that should give Bowden the chance to clear off into the distance. He's already 1.2 up outside DRS range. Got Volungus chasing down Daguna now. 4.9 seconds off with 4 laps to go. Bad X11 chasing down Volungus with Whale right behind him and also Thomas right behind him. So a bit of a 4-way battle going up into the 1st corner. Ben the Burn 3-second penalty. He's got 13 seconds on Pete, so he should stay 12th quite comfortably. No, he's 1 second actually. So he will slip down into 13th. So we've got Whale, looks like he will be trying to make a move pretty soon. Bit of a starting to drop Thomas a little bit outside of DRS, these 3. 4th, 5th and 6th. 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. Thomas in 6th, just trailing off at the end a little bit now. WPUI's recovered well after going on the grass earlier. Thomas looks like he's recovered and getting onto the back of Whale as we speak. So we've got bad X11 attacking Volungus in the Haas, but also we have Whale in the background. And he's just sent it right up the inside of Volungus. Whale goes slightly wide to try and get a better run down into the corner. I think Whale, if he just takes his time, he will get the... Yeah, I was going to say he'll be able to overtake. Will he give him enough room? Forces him wide. That was a little bit naughty. Whale tries to fight back at him again. Should be able to take him on the start straight with ERS and DRS. Bad X11's just slipping outside of Volungus's DRS with fending off Whale and Thomas. Got Volungus right up Daguna 3-second penalty. That'll slam him right down to 9th, I think. So we've got Daguna struggling on his soft tyres. VX Hunter is going backwards also on soft tyres. This is nice for Bowden as he shoots off into the distance. We've got Daguna struggling again. Looks like he's going to be passed by the bad X11 as he's fighting it. Don't think he can really fight too much as he's getting passed on the inside by Whale. And also now Thomas and WPUI should be the next person to get past him. Yep, so they've all passed the guy struggling on his softs. So Bowden is 7 seconds clear of Volungus, who is getting chased down by the bad X11. And then we've got a trio of cars behind the bad X11, which is Whale, Thomas and WPUI. Daguna slipping down, struggling on his softs. Bad X11 goes really deep, Whale goes up the inside and he's throttled out too much and spun. So that'll promote Daguna up a place, but he has 3-second penalties. So we'll jump on board with Thomas as he tries to fend off WPUI. We've got Whale chasing down Volungus, so Whale is trying to go for a podium. So I do apologise for Bowden, but there isn't much for me to do comms on because he's streaking off into the lead. Volungus takes 2nd, Whale takes 3rd, Thomas takes 4th, WPUI in 5th, Chris and Bowden take 6th and 7th, Daguna takes 8th, Bad X11 in 9th and VX in 10th, and that rounds out your top 10. Kemet's just come round the corner in 13th with the fastest lap. Pete coming round in 14th. Very unfortunate race for Arkilly, starting on pole. Whale starting from the back, finishing in 3rd, I think he got. Yes, 3rd. So, nice win for Bowden in 1st place. Volungus in 2nd for Haas. Whale takes 3rd after being in 15th place at the start for Alpha. Thomas in 4th, another impressive race for him. WPUI started last, takes 5th. Chris in 6th, Boduch in 7th. Daguna in 8th, who struggled on his softs, and that rounds out your point scorers from the sprint race. So we've just got 2 minutes to wait for the feature race. So the unfortunate loser in that race was obviously your pole sitter, Arkilly. Not too sure what happened, but I think it might have been wing damage into the first corner, because I seen him heading into the pits after he dropped down to 15th. So that means he will start from the back in the feature race, which is unfortunate after starting on pole in the sprint race. So just while we're waiting, I will go through the constructors for Monday. Sitting in first we have Alfa Romeo, but that will take a hit today with Arkilly not scoring any points, but Whale picking up vital points for the team. Ferrari in second, so with Thomas and Bowden doing both well in the sprint race with a first and a fifth, they should jump up above them. Haas in third, but one driver's missing today, so that puts all the pressure on the other guy. Red Bull in fourth, Aston Martin in fifth, Mercedes and Alpine 6th and 7th, 8th we find Williams, 9th Alfa Romeo, and 10th we find McLaren. So as you can see, we are just going through the formation lap on the feature, and leading us out from first place we have Bowden. Second we have Volungus. Third we have Whale after starting well back in the sprint race. Fourth we have the other Ferrari, which is Thomas. Fifth we have WPUI in the Mercedes, started 16th in the sprint race. Chris in the McLaren. Bolduc 7th in the Red Bull. 8th Daguna in the Aston Martin, who started on softs and was leading at one point. Bad X11 in the Alpine. Or was that Williams? Could be Williams. VX Hunter, the other Aston Martin, in 10th. Lycorius in the other Williams. Ben the Burn in the Alpine. So we don't have Alpha Tauris tonight. Kemmins in 13th in the Red Bull. Pete in the McLaren, just spinning there I think. Scody, whose car is on track but he's not actually racing because he's AI. And Arkilly, after being on pole in the sprint race and slipping down to 15th in the first corners. So that rounds out your grid for the feature as the leaders start taking the places. So I will go on board with Volungus so we get a bit of a look at the front and the mid pack. Tell you what, I'll jump on board with Whale. So let's hope it's nice and clean into the first corner. So we'll go on board with Thomas actually on the inside. And it's green lights, and it's a go, go, go. Bit of trouble for the McLaren at the back. Great start by the Mercedes up the outside. Thomas takes it nice and tentative, staying out of trouble. So WPUI shoots up into third place with a great start round the outside on the right. So into the second corner now. Everyone swoops round nice and clean. One wide in the background. So Ben the Burn up 3 places there. Chris down 7, seems to have stalled on the straight by the look of it. So we've got Whale currently in 3rd, chasing down Bowden. Doesn't want him to get his second win because they're quite tight in the constructors. Everyone well inside DRS of each other for when it's enabled. Cody's slipping down because he's AI. Thomas has moved up into 4th. The longest puts in the fastest lap, but that will go down and down. So top 4 are just stretching out from WPI a little bit. Got yellow in sector 1. It looks like an Alpine. Ben the Burn has spun. So hopefully he gets back going. Got a tight battle here with the Mercedes on the Aston. Oh, that could have been dangerous if he hadn't controlled that one and ran wide. So picks himself back up into 7th. He's just slipped out of the DRS for when it's enabled on the Red Bull. I think if he'd have tried to make that corner, he'd have totally wiped out the Gooner. So Whale is still on the back. Bowden is trying to chase down Volungus in the Haas. So Bowden with the fastest lap as he chases down Volungus in the Haas in 2nd place. DRS enabled, so that will help out the Ferrari. Should be able to take him by the corner. Might just sit behind him for a bit and take him on the next. Little bit of pressure on him to force him to go defensive. Switchback is on. Nice drive out by the Haas. Thomas is just slipping back a little bit. He's outside of DRS now as Bowden goes up the inside. Oh, it's tight. Oh, that could have been easily avoided. Well, Thomas shoots through into 2nd place due to all that fracas going on. We've got the Gooner trying to go around the outside. Volungus keeps hold of 3rd place. The Gooner is in 4th. He's got Bowden right behind him, who was battling for 2nd a second ago. But there could have been a little bit more space given in that corner. Both guys come off pretty bad for it. So Whale is streaking away again. Looks like he might be on for another victory. I know it's only early on, but 1.4 clear on the mediums. Thomas chasing him down on the soft tyres. So Kemmons has got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He's DNF, so that's unfortunate for one of the quicker guys in the league. Oh, the Gooner has spun and took out at least 5 cars by the looks of it. I think he just went in a bit deep there. I think he just tagged the back of Thomas there, spun and collected, by the looks of it, the other Aston and the McLaren. So we've got Whale 2.2 seconds clear of Thomas. Then we've got WPUI, who's got VX chasing him, so we'll go on board with the bad X11 so we can look front and back. Oh, another McLaren spun in the background, which was Chris. Looked like he hit the side of Boduc. We've got the Aston up front making a move. Very cleanly done. Oh, no he can't. I was say, can the Williams follow him through? Should be able to get back past him with the aid of the RS. It's got to be tight going into the corner though. Yep, plenty of room given by the Aston Martin. Nice clean racing. Mercedes fights back. And try to go the faster line round the outside. Backed out of it a little bit. So this is all bringing Boduc into play in the Red Bull. So front two are getting away a little bit while the third, fourth, fifth and sixth are battling against each other. Achilles up to 7th. Good driving from Achilles. Daguna, Bowden and Peter trying to recover from that earlier incident. Volungus is slopped right down. Oh! Cars lost it in the background there. Was Boduc. Throttle down too quick. Hopefully he should recover. So this is the closest battle we have at the minute, so I will stay on board as the Mercedes tries to make a move. He's got the move done. Can he hold on round the outside? Yes, he can. So that pushes VX down into 3rd place. We've got Daguna making a move on Pete. We've got a bit of a battle going on in the mid-pack and a bit of a battle going on with 4th, 5th and 6th. 3rd, 4th and 5th, sorry. Achilles just outside of DRS on the bad X11. Bowden is back up to 7th, chasing down Achilles. Got Daguna right on his tail and Pete following Daguna. Thomas is now 3.5 seconds clear of the Mercedes on the hards. So a couple of different tyre strats going on here with the top 3 all on different tyres. Be interesting to see where Thomas ends up at the end. He might be going soft hard or soft medium soft. So Boduc climbing his way back up after spinning in sector 2. He's 8 seconds off Volungus in 11th, who is chasing down Ben the Burn. Whale throws in a fastest lap of 1 minute 8.1. Him and Thomas clearing away from 4th place. WPUI is catching the back of Thomas now. Inside DRS strike range. VX is getting chased down and overtaken by the Williams. There's a trio of cars behind him as well. Achilles is right in the middle of it with Bowden chasing down again. Got good pace Bowden to recover. Very tight on the back of Achilles there. Daguna hopefully will follow Bowden through if he makes a move. So we've got 5 cars in the mix here. Pete just clinging onto the back in the McLaren. Ferrari taking a very aggressive line through the fast right-hander. He's jumped on to hards off the medium tyres, quite an early stop. WPUI overtakes Thomas to 3rd place. Can Thomas come back at him? We'll be looking to get off them soft tyres in a bit, as they'll start to lose traction. Arkilly is slipping down slightly as he's battling 3 cars. Ooh. Oh, not sure whether there was contact there. There might have been, as Arkilly went round the inside and Daguna might have touched the car. So Daguna comes unstuck for the second time after making slight contact with a car. Thomas has pit, so he will get some fresh rubber on. That promotes the bad X11. Arkilly and Bowden all follow through. VX also pits. So Whale is now 5.4 seconds clear on the medians, with WPUI chasing them down on hards for the Mercedes. Bad X11 is in 3rd. Peter's in 4th. Can he hold on to 4th? The Ferrari with the mediums should be able to make the move up the inside. Nope. Fends off the Ferrari quite well. Pounce. As we look through the back of the McLaren with the Ferrari and Alfa Romeo chasing down, the Alpine trying to get in on the action. So Whale is still a nice comfortable 5.4 seconds away. Got Bowden making tracks to the back of the McLaren, should be able to overtake him now. As he slips through very cleanly. But the McLaren will try and defend. A little bit of contact into the corner. Keeps the place. A bit of action going on behind with the Alfa and the Alpine of Arkilly and Ben the Burn. Ferrari's trying to come back at Pete. Both 10 lap old tyres with Pete on the hards. Slip back. The Alpine making full use of the pit lane there, as he tries to slip through as he got the drag. A little bit of contact up ahead. Got a yellow flag in sector 2 and 3. Looks like the Williams has spun. Looks like the Williams might be out. Has he got going? Yeah, he's got going, just as the McLaren passes. So we've still got the battle ahead between the Ferrari and the McLaren. Arkilly will be hoping that these two have a slight incident so he can slip through into the 4th. Whale still keeping his 5-second advantage. Arkilly has pitted and picked up a 5-second speeding, so not going too well for Arkilly. Having a couple of incidents this weekend. Ben the Burn picks up a 3-second. Thomas picks up a 3-second penalty. Not like Thomas. Thomas is normally quite clean on track limits. Very deep there by the Ferrari. Pete loses a bit of time after braking and tapping the back end. Thomas moves up into 9th. Daguna takes him back again. Keep an eye on this battle as it's the closest at the minute. See if the Ferrari can get back past the Aston Martin. Slightly fresher tyres by 1 lap. We've got the bad X11 who's pit off the mediums, who will jump onto the hard tyres. Promotes Bowden back up into the top 3. Daguna just recharging his ERS. So as we look at the back of the Aston Martin, we'll see if the Ferrari can make any headway. Thomas is just biding his time there, I think, making sure the move is actually on properly. Doesn't want to go sending it and taking both guys out. WPI picking up a 3-second time penalty in second, which will be even better for Wales, because that puts in net 9 seconds. Bolduc is back up into 7th after all his earlier incidents. 2 pitting, Ben the Burnham Volungus will jump onto hard tyres. So we've got Whale, Bowden and Scoldy's car left to pit. So Whale is now 7 seconds clear, trying to stretch them mediums as far as they'll go. Still got Thomas on the back of the Aston Martin. Will he make the move now? Goes around the outside. Daguna fights that one off, but he'll have ERS again down this straight. And he's a lot closer to make his move this time. Daguna goes defensive, squeezes across, goes a little bit deep in there. Switchback might be on. Oh, Daguna, you shouldn't have turned into that one a little bit, Daguna. Sorry. I think you've got to give the corner up, in my opinion. He had the run on you twice and you did turn into him slightly. So that promotes Thomas up into 6th. Don't think he's got any wing damage off that incident. Daguna down to 9th, who's pitting for a wing. No damage from Thomas. So we've got Wales still out on his original medium tyres. WPUI in 2nd, 6.2 seconds behind, with a 3-second time penalty. Pete in 3rd, 6 seconds off. So everyone is quite stretched out. So we will jump on with Achille, who is the closest to a battle, as he flies down after the Ferrari with his funky tyres. I'm actually rooting for Achille to do well in this race. I know he's got his time penalty, which is 5 seconds, but had a couple of bit of bad luck, shall we say. So Whale has jumped into the pits. So your top 3 are clear of 4th place. So we have WPUI, who's got a 3-time penalty. Pete in 2nd, Whale in 3rd, Bolduc in 4th, Thomas in 5th. So this is the only battle we seem to have on track at the minute, so we will stay on with this, as these two look to be chasing down the bad X11. Only one DNF of the race up to now, which is Kemments. Couple of incidents to go into the report room, I think. So Daguna puts in the fastest lap on the soft tyres. I'm not too sure they're going to go to the end of the race though. So Pete making up 12 places in this race. Arkilly is still trying to chase down Bowden. We've got the bad X11 who is closing in on Thomas. Looks like he might be making moves. Getting ever so closer with the aid of DRS. Should be able to pass him into this corner if he wants to. Thomas goes defensive and then moves back over. Switch might be... I was going to say the switchback might be on if they both got decent drive, but aid of DRS now. Clear of anyone behind so he can concentrate on the full attack. Arkilly and Bowden are still battling behind these guys, so we've now got 4 cars battling. Here comes Bowden to help out his teammate, maybe put some pressure on the bad X11 to take his mind off passing Thomas. 16 laps to go. Whale is now in second as Pete is pitted. Bad X11's picked up another penalty. He's got Bowden right on his tail now, which should help out Thomas a little bit. He's the fastest car out of the 3 here is Bowden. So we've got Thomas with no DRS and the 2 cars behind as Bowden tries to make a move on the Williams. Right on the tail, going into the right-hander. Should probably be able to take him down the start straight. If not, then the second corner. Got Bolduc back into third after his earlier incidents. WPI's pitted, so that will slip him right down into fourth or fifth maybe. As we've got 4 cars shooting down the start straight. See where WPUI comes out. Just can't see him. He's come out in third. The Williams still can't find a way past the Ferrari, but he's close enough to probably get it done now. Bowden looking for a double slipstream. Arkilly getting nice and close to the Ferrari in the back there, a little gentle rub. Got him making a move round the outside. Can he keep it tight round the outside? Ferrari gives him plenty of room, nice and clean. Oh, the Ferrari tried to send it up the inside. I'm not too sure if there was a gap there, but it looks like they both come off pretty bad. Kept the same positions but are well down. There might have been a gap and maybe the Williams was concentrating on the move ahead. It looks like he's come off the worst. Hopefully he gets back out on track and doesn't retire and can fight his way back up. Yep, new wing and soft tyres put on. So we will go back up to Bolduc in third place, who is looking to be chasing down WPUI. He's just slipped outside of DRS at the minute. Got everyone just outside each other's DRS at the minute. We've got Chris, who is probably in a battle with the Gooner. That's the closest we've got to a battle. So we will see if the McLaren can chase down the Aston Martin. And just as I say that, he slips outside the RS. Oh, Bolduc 5-second penalty. That's unfortunate. Thomas back up to 3rd place. We've got Pete, who is quite close to Volungus. Volungus is having quite a steady race. Seems to be popping up and down the leaderboard at the minute. Got Ben the Burn, who's right on VX Hunter's tail there. We haven't seen much of Ben the Burn, so I will jump back. We'll see if the Alpine can pass the Aston Martin. So it's looking quite good for the Alfa Romeo team in this race. Bit of mixed fortunes for the Mercedes team, which scored the having connection issues. So we'll jump on board with VX, see if we can fight off the flying Alpine of Ben the Burn as he starts down the straight to start lap 24, sorry. Oh, Ben the Burn has binned it. Caught too much of the tyre and tried to throttle too early. So that will push Ben the Burn down. So we've got Volungus and Pete having a battle here. And McLaren has took 5th place. 9 places made by Pete in the Grand Prix today. Incident sector 3. Wales still 5.5 seconds clear at WPUI. Arkilly now into 3rd. He's took Thomas. So a good race for Arkilly after what happened in the sprint. Pole sitter, first corner, right back to the back of the grid, which was unfortunate. Bolduc picks up another penalty, so I will just run through the penalties. 11 seconds for Bolduc now, so that pretty much puts him out of any chance of big points. Arkilly has 8 seconds, so that will put him down to 4.45 at the end. Thomas has 6 seconds, so he needs to get a shifty on and get some places and build a gap. Pete and Volungus sitting pretty, as we will shoot back to these guys. Should make up a few places on penalties. I do wish there was a leaderboard where it took the penalties into consideration and worked out like a net, so you can say, well, he's going to finish here or there. Well, I think Whale is going to finish in 1st. I can pretty much put my house on that unless he spins out, because he's got a nice 8-second gap with the penalties in mind to WPUI. Bolduc with the fastest lap up to now, 1:06.9. 11 seconds of pens though, he needs a couple of more of them faster laps. Kaguna's had quite an interesting race. Couple of incidents and couple of tags as Chris looks like he's chasing him down. I think the Gooner's tyres are probably going off by now. I think he's had them on 10 laps yet, so they'll be getting pretty toasty about now. Still penalty free though, as is Chris. Got an incident in sector 3, looks like there's a close battle up top. We seem to have a Williams who is gone, oh, bad X11, so he didn't retire in the pit lane. Well, Daguna and Chris having a nice little battle at the back. Chris takes Daguna to move up into 11th. Got Thomas still in DRS of Arkilly, and then Belungus is in DRS of Pete. Well, these are your closest battles. Bowden is chasing down BX. Bowden has really got, he's got really good pace, but it's just one or two incidents that seem to give him more than he needs to do. I'm not too sure on the other incident with the bad X11. There could have been a gap, because the bad X11 was battling with Thomas, don't forget. So if he's left the door slightly open, Bowden is well entitled to go for it. Looks like he's going to try and make a move on VX down the straight. Gets a nice drive out of that corner, bit better than VX, who is recharging, so he's running low on ERS. Bowden just biding his time maybe. Incident sector 1, can't see who that is. There's a McLaren back there as he makes the pass on VX. Keeps it nice and tight, moves up into 7th. So Pete is right on the back of Thomas now. Mediums versus old hards, I think, and he slips through nice and cleanly. Very clean overtake there. Oh, Belungus picks up pens, that's unfortunate. First penalty of the day for Belungus. So Bowden is clean, Pete is clean of penalties, so Pete needs to put in a few quick laps, and he might be looking at least a third. Thomas trying to come back at him. All this happening brings Belungus into it behind them. Pete needs to break that DRS to keep the Ferrari behind. Daguna with a 106.5. Daguna still on his soft tyres? Oh, he's put new softs on. That's what it was. I was going to say he's doing well on them 11 lap old tyres. So we've got a few drivers with no pens. Whale is now getting chased down. WPUI will be open if he puts enough pressure on him. He can force him into a really big mistake. Vanderburn picks up more penalties. I think that puts him on 6 now, or 9. So stay on board with WPU9 as Chris picks up more penalties. So penalties are coming pretty fast at the minute. Whale will be hoping just to keep it at a nice steady pace ahead. Mediums versus hard tyres. WPUI has got penalty to play with 5 laps to go. So Arkilly in 3rd. Pete chasing down Arkilly. Thomas and Belungus having a battle. Bowden has got penalty. So only 6 guys now clean of penalties. The main one being Pete, who will be hoping to pick up a few places with the penalties. If Arkilly picks up any more, he might actually get on the podium. Thomas is trying to come back at Pete, but has penalties as well. So we'll leave them up. So Pete will definitely take third place. R. Kelly will slip right down, I think. Probably 7th or 8th after all the penalties are figured out. Thomas will slip down to about 8th, I think. R. Kelly more penalties, that's not going to help. Looks like the Mercedes gone AI there. I can't. Yep, we've got an AI. Oh, that's Scody's getting lapped. Pete with the little lock up there. As we've got a three-way battle here with Pete, Thomas and Volungus. Not sure how Thomas drives so well when he's in cockpit view. I don't know how many people use cockpit view, but I can't do it. So we've got WPUI right in DRS now of Whale with 3 laps to go and 3-second penalties, so he needs to overtake him and break 4 seconds clear. Because once he's still in DRS he can still get caught back. We've got a spinner, I think it's Volungus, on the start straight. Oh, is that a safety car? Ah, oh, don't say that's a safety car this late into the race. Yep, looks like there's a safety car. Well, that's going to make things very, very interesting. So we've got people at the back obviously pitting for soft tyres. I mean, this could throw a complete spanner into the works. Because that is going to pretty much, depending where they pick up the leaders. So Whale has pitted, WPUI is pitted, Arkilly might stay out and try and fend them off with 1 lap to go, which I would. Yep. Pete stayed out on mediums. Will Thomas stay? Thomas is pit. He had to really, he was on, oh, he's picked up 5-second penalty, that's unfortunate. Bowden has stayed out. VX has stayed out. 24 lap old hard, so they're going to be a bit of a struggle. So I think it's worked out well for Whale and WPUI, but he has got penalties, so he will want to, I don't know, it's pretty much, it's a tough call. I think with the faster car was WPUI on mediums, he was definitely catching Whale. Whether he could get past them and break 3 seconds clear, I don't know, but this safety car's probably going to be out for this lap and probably the next one, so it'll be a 1 lap shootout. Oh, it's coming in this lap. So it's a 2 lap shootout. I don't know whether he can get past Whale on the softs and break 3 seconds clear. Arkilly had nothing to lose in third with all the penalties. Pete's clean, so with all the cars bunched up, Arkilly is going to slip probably right down. So yes, it's helped some people in a way, but I think the main loser of that was WPUI, because he was a lot faster and I think he might have broke clear. So as we go back racing, we've got WPUI. VX has picked up 3-second penalty. Thomas has got past his teammate, but his teammate's got past him again. So we've got yellow flags in sector 1, but it's clean out. So we'll go on board with these guys as the Mercedes slips through. So now Thomas has left the session. Don't think, no, he didn't retire in the pit. Might have had a connection issue or something. Got a McLaren at the back. So can WPI break 3 seconds clear? He's definitely pushing for it with Whale chasing him down. We've got Bowden chasing down Pete. Bowden will be on for a podium in third because Achilles penalties. Thomas has got 16 seconds of penalties. I'm sure he only had, what did he have, 2, 6, 5 and 6? Must have picked up some more I didn't see. So Whale is just slipping outside of DRS with 1 lap to go. So WPUI is definitely on for second place overall. Got Bowden chasing down and getting attacked by the Haas behind. The longest will obviously overtake Bowden because of the penalties. Laguna picks up 3-second penalty. So coming down to finish the race in provisional first, but overall second. Whale just following him through. Nice clean race from Whale. So we've got Whale in first, WPUI second, Achilles in third, but we'll start slipping down. Pete in third, Belongis in fourth, BX in fifth, Bowden in 6th, Achilles takes 7 after penalties, Balduch in 8th, Ben the Burn in 10th as Chris jumps up ahead of him after penalties, and Thomas in 11th. So plenty of incidents in that race I think. Stewards are going to have a couple to work on. Pete, very clean race from the McLaren. So I will just go through the final positions and then I will bid you a farewell for tonight. Check in this time next Monday for round 5 of Hybrid Racing F1 and we'll see if Whale can carry on his challenge for the championship. So the results for the weekend are Whale in first, WPUI second, the longest third, Bowden 4th, Pete 5th, VX 6th, Balduch 7th, Achilles 8th, Thomas 9th and Chris in 10th. So I will see you next week, same time, same channel, same league, Hybrid Racing F1.